Rich's Game Room, we level up tonight. Rich's Game Room, press start, hold tight. Lenny the Penguin, Carmen the Raven, yeah. Yoshi Green, Victory Green on the screen. Stormy brings the thunder down, Yuppie shakes the whole town. Rich's Game Room, we level up tonight. Rich's Game Room, press start, hold tight.
What is going on, and welcome back into Rich's Game Room. And today we've got an interesting treat for you guys. We're going to be talking about, in this series, we'll be talking about some forgotten Nintendo properties. Now, a little rule, first and last, as in I'm only showing the first and last games in the series, which for today's episode will be F-Zero for the Super Nintendo and F-Zero GP Legend for the Game Boy Advance if I have it. I'm going to check and see if I have it, and we'll be right back. Roll the intro while I do that. And we kick it off with F-Zero on the Super Nintendo. Now just remember, I stuck at this game. And all F-Zero games after. We're going to go with my personal favorite, the Blue Falcon, because... well, blue's my favorite color. As you saw there, you get 3 different leagues, and we're starting on beginner difficulty. Because I'm not going to be showing that much. Anyway, B is your accelerate button. L and R drift, and you will need to be able to drift while to play this game properly. Which is why I'm terrible at it. Oh, by the way, stay away from the sides. For the reason being, you lose energy, you lose power every time you hit the sides. And the music in this game is absolutely incredible. Graphics show exactly what your Mode 7 can do. Help me out in the comments, who wrote this music, because they did a bang-up job, and I wouldn't be shocked if they were brought back for other F-Zero games. Which, by the way, I will mention that there's an F-Zero 64 on the N64. There was F-Zero GX on GameCube and its arcade-only companion AX, which, by the way, if you had a memory card back then for the GameCube game, you could actually stick it into the memory card slot on AX's arcade machine and actually play where you left off. Pretty cool, huh? I believe that's the only time that's ever happened in gaming. And I want to say that, and this may be wrong, but F-Zero may be where the idea for Twisted Metal came from in a way. Even though that's a kart racer, that's more of a combat racer, so actually, that may be more Mario Kart territory. In fact, I think it is. Anyway, you need to stay above the safe zone, or else you're going to rank out, and the race will be over for you. Your run will be over as well. The safe space goes up even higher every lap to make it harder to actually stay in the race. I'm in second right now, although I should really be at first. I thought I passed first, but anyway. This first course is basically to help you get used to the game. You will need to be able to drift in later stages if you want to win. Power down, we're losing power, but it's the final lap. And you can pull over to the side to recharge your power, and you're going to need to do that. Uh-oh, I'm in the safe zone here. If we drop below the safe zone, we're out. But we're in second now, so I shouldn't have to worry. You shouldn't have to worry about all that. Everybody I knew had this game at one time, Nintendo. So why did you cancel this series? Anyway, with that race finished, I'm going to pause it. We're going to head over to F-Zero GP Legend on the Game Boy Advance in just a few minutes. And we're back with the second half of this episode. This is F-Zero GP Legend on the Game Boy Advance, and this was the final F-Zero game ever made.
Select your mode.
We'll do story mode later. I just want to show off the Grand Prix right now.
Choose your
You have
difficulty.
3 classes, your standard, novice, standard, and expert.
Novice. Select your cup.
3 cups, bronze, silver, and gold.
Bronze cup. Choose your vehicle.
And then you have your your characters, your racers. Dragonbird, Wild Goose, 4 unlockables. Fire Stingray, Golden Fox, and the one that I always take in these games, the classic, or Falcon, depending on how you say it. And after every race, you can power your speed up. I want to say that's what the points are for, but I don't really know that. Before and after every race, you're going to power up your acceleration. But I'm going to go ahead and power it up once, just so I don't have to do it again. Oh, Lord, this looks amazing. 3, 2, 1.
Ready? Fire.
Go! I think I missed it. Look at how beautiful this looks, though. And once again, stay away from the sides. The music, oh my gosh. This just sounds amazing. It's like they took the Super Nintendo music and remastered it to make it more futuristic and rockish than it already was. Awesome, and usually remastered music in these games is 50-50. Not sure how to use the boost. Okay, so Y is boost. If you're emulating it like I am. I have an actual Game Boy Advance, so I can go back and look, but I think Game Boy Advance does have Y and X buttons. I'll look later. And I will correct it in the comments if it does not.
3 laps to go.
But as I'm recording this, I'm actually going out of town on Saturday. I think I might look for this game at Retropalooza where I'm headed. But for right now, I gotta comment on just how smooth this controls. Usually expected of an F-Zero game, too.
2 laps to go.
It's not too jerky, unlike, say, the GameCube. The GameCube F-Zero GX was kind of jerky. It could have actually contributed to motion sickness if I played long enough. This one, not at all. And as any F-Zero game goes, you gotta stay out of the. Actually, you don't actually have to. You have to stay out of the last. Basically, have to not be the last one to finish. Is what that last one means. Since we've been in first the whole race, we should be okay. Well, almost the whole race. I'm not sure quite how to get a boost. I know you can use those on the track, but second place is just fine.
Wonderful.
This is a wonderful game, by the way. I'm going to be back with final thoughts in just a second. We'll see you then. And I'm back with my final thoughts. So, F-Zero, first off. Do I have to say anything else? What can I say that hadn't already been said? The game is legendary, and it's a shame that Nintendo has not given us a real F-Zero game. And no, I don't count F-Zero 99. That came out on the Switch eShop and is now unplayable, actually, but because they yanked it off the shop. And once again, Nintendo, stop doing that. Bad for business. As for as for F-Zero GP Legend, that game is an underrated game as a whole. It's underrated, it's underappreciated. Everything about it is worth checking out. Now, which one would I go with? Obviously, the one I own right now, F-Zero, on the regular on the SNES. And no, I don't own it because it's easy to get hold of. I had that. One of my buddies had that as a kid. I think I fell in love with it back then when I first saw him playing it. I was like, what is this? This is kind of cool. I want to play it. I love it. Anyway, guys, I actually recommend both games. Over to the mascots now. Lenny? Penguin like original F-Zero. Okay. Carmen? She's gonna say both. She doesn't know what to think. Yopi and Yoshi? Yoshi like original. Okay? Yoshi likes the original recipe F-Zero. This is not fried chicken. Yopi? F-Zero Legend here. Okay, so he likes the Game Boy Advance one. Nano. Original for Victory Green. Link. Original for Stormy. Yuppie. Yuppie. Like Game Boy game. He likes the Game Boy game, and I agree with Yuppie, actually. I agree with the ones that said GP Legend. Great game, but I'm also going to have to go with, I think it was Yopi that said he liked both. Whoever it was that said you like both, I'm going to go there, but for nostalgia purposes, I'm going to say that I prefer the original more. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and thank you guys for stopping by Rich's Game Room, and we'll see you again. Bye-bye.